Hello and welcome back. Unless you just found me. In that case, let me congratulate you on scraping the bottom of the YouTube barrel. Let me welcome you, and to ask to share me, but only if you like this video. So, what's on the day schedule? Another crazy thought. So, yeah, which one am I going to do today? The death of TV. Yeah, I'm taking on the whole television and its history to show that its death is slowly but surely coming. Simply for the reason in front of you. Yes, in front of you. No, right in front of you. No, it's not behind it, it's your computer, and the boom of the internet that has taken over the grand mass of today's media. Everywhere we look nowadays, we are seeing the saturation of the internet in all forms that the media takes. From the news to actual television, the internet has dominated it and has, like a giant anamorphic blob, come to engorge itself on the rest of the media. There can be only one! Sorry. So, I was wondering why, and whether given the proper viewpoint, could someone have seen this development prior to the internet boom? Let's start with the first. Why is it that the internet has gained absolute and overwhelming control over all information? The main reason is because that it has entire control over that information. Everyone is on the internet, and they're generating content. And sites that use user-generated content often can create the good content, which is then passed along to generate more content. Look at my channel. I have 3 subscribers, yet I'm still producing videos. Why hasn't I been kicked off YouTube? Well, simple. They can't kick me off YouTube. You can never get rid of me. I can continue to produce videos until, hey, I find people that really like me, and that agree with me, find me funny or engaging or whatever. So, that means that anyone that can create something, or that will create something, will find someone that will accept it and actually like it and continue to watch it. Then why is it that people seem to find this odd? Why is it that they find the idea that someone just producing videos constantly is going to find their niche? Well, to simply put it, up until the boom of the internet, it was almost impossible to communicate on this sort of mass scale without funding. Funding that would only come with having an openly accepted opinion. So, what happened with the boom of the internet? Blogs and others. There are such sites that allowed individuals to create content with little to no funding. With this, they gained internet fame, and with that fame came money, which allowed them to create more content, regardless of whether it was good content or not. That allowed them to create better content, which then allowed them to compete with television. The early users of the internet created a self-sustaining system that, as long as people were using the internet and had access to it, that would continually build, create more content that would envelop the former content and grow even larger. So why is it that the internet seems to have dominated while television and was putting out much better quality shows? Well, the only way I can really put it is 1,000 to 1. What? More? Okay. For every show that was produced on television, there was 1,000 more internet shows being put out. And as these internet shows grew and lasted even longer, they basically became battle-tested, learning by their mistakes, by what they produced. So yeah, while a bunch of old internet shows died off before becoming large enough to make celebrities out of their hosts and the people, the creators, those that did survive became better and better until nowadays people can counter the quality and design of TV with what we can put out on the internet, even at times surpassing it. So, with that being said, let me say this. What has TV done after seeing the true strength of the internet? The true horror of what's going to happen to them? Well, as you can see, they've only done 2 things. First is, they've copied the internet, and basically allowed shows to become filters for the internet. Shows like Tosh Piano and The Smoking Gun do this the best, but others have tried. They simply add commentary to videos that they find funny, then work in a bunch of comedy, and in reality it is just a very focused part of the internet that we all enjoy. I mean, who doesn't love the YouTube comments that are actually funny? But I have to say this, these shows will die off, simply because the internet has found a way of recreating these shows with admins and sites like Meme Center, where both the user-based content and shared information is joined for laughs, and then given to the admins that deem what is the funniest and relays it back to the users. What is the other way for TV to fight back? Well, that seems to be by producing better and better, also very expensive content, which I believe its only way of surviving is by producing very artsy and risky content, like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, The Wire. They've drawn us into these worlds, allowing us to get entranced without making it hard to be engrossed. That being, I believe that it brings us to history. And the answer is the second question we asked, which is whether we could have seen this before the internet moved. And the answer is a resounding yes. How? Well, back when television started off, it was made for the relay of information. Information that was deemed vital by the government and people in charge of, like the news. Just like the internet was. But, as time progressed, people found that they could make money off of TV. But as time progressed, people found that money could be made off TV. So they started to create their own content. The entire time, the movie companies, which were the dominant media of the time, dismissed this as it was just a cute little production, not a competitor. But when they saw that the profits they were making were less, now due to TV, they started to make their movies bigger and better to basically make themselves a much better contender against TV. So what does this mean? Well, TV is where the movie companies were back then. And the internet is where TV was back then. It's just a cheaper and more convenient form of media. Still don't believe me? Well, Charlie Chaplin once said that the people would never go see movies. Never. That they would rather watch living people perform on stage than go to the movies. That's right. At one point in time, the movies are where the internet is now. Time has repeated itself once, and it looks like it will do so again. So I'm going to leave with this question. Do you think history will repeat itself again? And if so, what will take the place of the internet now as it grows into the most triumphant media? Post in the comments and share this video with your friends. I hope you enjoyed it.